Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today the reading is going to be spiritual messages. So, pretty much how this is going to work, I'm going to draw some cards from my tarot decks, and I'm going to sort of channel any messages from spirit for you, the collective. And yeah, I just want to see how this goes because this is an idea that I had. By the way, I want to, especially now that I'm getting more subscribers and more views on my videos, I want to put this out there that if anybody has any ideas for future readings, like themes and stuff, I would love to hear them. So please comment them, or yeah, comment them in the comment section. Let me know what you guys wanted me to do in the future readings, because I would love ideas from anybody that wants to give me their ideas for videos, because like I'm very open to that. I feel like that can only do good things. You know, we have a community here, the Hive Collective. So, you know, I feel like that's fitting for a community to come together, share ideas, and yeah, only good things can come about it, I feel like. So yeah, feel free to comment any ideas for future readings down below, and I will check them out. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has for you. Collective, what kind of messages do you have for the collective? Please and okay. All right, so we got the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles, otherwise known in this deck as the Father of Pentacles. So far I'm seeing a lot of sword energy. So yeah, it's not, you know, it's so funny because as I was shuffling before doing this reading, I was seeing some sword energy and some more conflicting, some things that had to do more with conflict were like popping out. So I kind of had a feeling that this was going to be the direction of where the reading was going to head, because the Five of Swords, the fives are dealing with conflict, and the swords here, usually they're mental things, but when it comes to the Five of Swords, it's usually multiple people in the picture, and one of them is like defeating all of them, and people are walking away defeated. And it's really about like winning at all cost, like, and like to a negative degree, you know. So somebody that's willing to fight, even if it hurts other people in the process, like they just want to win at any cost, and they may forget their humility in that pursuit. So you could be somebody that has experienced that. Yeah, I'm feeling that it has left you broken. If you see here the word, the worm is cut in half. So things from your past probably have made you feel quite broken because of like the conflict that you've had with other people, and people that have tried to defeat you, tried to I'm even hearing the phrase knock you down a peg. So maybe somebody that was insecure was projecting their insecurities onto you. So moving on to the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is all about anxiety, and especially when it comes to like sleep. There's like a lack of sleep. There's a lot of anxiety, nightmares. So honestly, these two cards together really tell me a story about PTSD. So you may have gone through some trauma, and that trauma is in your mind still, even if it's not in the physical. It has left its mark pretty much, and I feel like it's potentially haunting you to a degree. With the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is very commonly known as like that betrayal and love sort of card. And Yeah, I'm kind of getting the same message with that as well. Um, you've experienced some severe betrayal in your life. And I feel like this could be specifically when it comes to romantic relationships or any relationship that is close to the heart. So this could even be like familial relations, like somebody just mistreating you and it really left you heartbroken and scarred. That's really what I'm hearing right now, is it's left you scarred. Yeah. So I'm going to clarify those 3 cards before I look for more messages, because I just want to see that I'm on the right track with that, and also Spirit might have more messages through that. So please clarify the 5 of Swords for me, please, and thank you for the collective. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Alrighty. So yeah, 7 of Swords came out to clarify the 5 of Swords. So you have dealt with some sketchy people. That's really the 7 of Swords in a nutshell, especially when it's like clarifying the 5 of Swords. So again, there's so much sword energy. I just want to say I'm sorry for whatever you've been through, because like this is a lot of a burden. Like this is a heavy burden to carry around. So I'm sorry, like, for whatever you've been through. It doesn't look like it's been very nice to you, this journey. So yeah, the 7 of Swords is all about trying to be sneaky, doing things that they probably shouldn't be doing. And again, there's like this theme of like betrayal from somebody. There's been betrayal, deception. And it stems from like this conflict that you've had with somebody. With the 3 of Cups, this could be indicating that this happened within a friendship circle. So maybe a friend who, yeah, this could have to do with a past friend or one of your friends that you trusted and they betrayed you in some way. They did something sneaky, they did something to hurt you. Yeah, it could be related to friends in that way. But also I'm getting the message with the 3 of Cups, because the 3 of Cups is actually a very positive card. So you may be on the mend from these things that have happened to you. Maybe you're gaining a new friendship circle. If the past friendship circle did not serve you, if you had people in your life that mistreated you, did things to hurt you, I feel like you're going to be entering a phase of your life in which you're going to have a new friendship circle with people that are more genuine and caring and loving, people that will not betray you. Also interesting that at the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles, because earlier, ooh, okay, let me see if I can handle these. So we had the King of Pentacles here, Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah, you could be entering into a more stable time in your life, and this talks about a divine match here. So that could be something that's coming in for you as well, if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, let's clarify this 9 of Swords, please and thank you. Please and thank you. 9 of Swords, clarification for the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else? Okay, thank you. Okay. Cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now it's going to take a positive turn. I like this. Clarifying the 9 of Swords is the World card. So the World card is all about closing out cycles and starting some new ones. So, and also like this elevation of your spirituality and of your growth in general. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting some positive ones in here. So 3 of Wands, and this is all about like, now is the right time to act upon something, or something is coming towards you actively right now. 9 of Cups. This is all about like fulfillment within yourself, emotional fulfillment within yourself, being contented with what you have. And I like to look at these cups and this card specifically as like trophies, because if you look at the face here, he's so happy for like what he has, you know, and those trophies are not like trophies like for bowling or whatever. I don't know why that example came out, but they're not like those kinds of trophies. These are trophies that are on an emotional and spiritual level. You know, all of the things that you have gone through in your life, that you've survived, that you have endured through, and even like not only that, but also have like gained the momentum to thrive as well. Those, like every time you do something like that, you overcome an obstacle, every time you move on from somebody that's no longer serving you, when you take good care of yourself and you prioritize yourself, that is when you gain these trophies. And that's the way I like to look at it, because it's like you are going to become very proud of who you are and how far you've come in your journey. And that even just, the other card that came out as well, to clarify the Nine of Swords, is the Ten of Pentacles. So that literally goes hand in hand with what I was just saying. You have like achieved so much and you've come a long way. And you're going to have a lot of stability and security within your life. And there's also like this home aspect too with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like your home life as well is going to be improving substantially, because the Ten of Pentacles, that's as high as you can go with the pentacles there. So that's pretty awesome. I really like that, especially because this is all clarifying the Nine of Swords. So if you've been anxious about anything currently, like it doesn't even have to be related to this past toxicity that you've experienced, but like if you've been just sitting up all night anxious about, you know, we all have things in our life that stress us out. I feel like that is quickly coming to an end, especially because the World card though, like the fact that that was the first one that came out like blows my mind, because that's all about literally completing those cycles. So if you've been in that like mindset for some time, like being sort of burdened with anxiety and maybe felt like held back in some regard, I feel like, and actually that makes so much sense with the Three of Wands, because as I said, like now is the right time to do this. I feel like blockages for you, especially if they're mental, they're being unblocked for you. And things are looking like now is the time to thrive, really. And I love that energy. And I feel like it's so important to keep in mind your accomplishments, especially the non-physical accomplishments, because I think sometimes the most substantial accomplishments that we can achieve are not physical, even though we live in a very physical world where, you know, money and things that are more material are seen as higher value. The most, in my experience, the most I'm trying to find the word here, pretty much like the non-physical things, not only are they worth celebrating, but sometimes they can be even more meaningful. You know, because like I feel like they do not get the proper appreciation that they get or that they deserve, because we live in such a 3D world where it's like, but are you making money at it though? You know, like you could have a complete awakening, a complete spiritual awakening, and become the most evolved version of yourself, be the happiest that you've ever been, and people will still be like, but are you making money off of it though? You know, so it's like, disregard that three-dimensional validation, because what you've achieved, regardless of any physical material wealth that you've gained through the process, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you've prioritized yourself and you've achieved so much within yourself. So I think you should be really proud of yourself and really take the time to be proud of yourself. And you know, it's so funny that I'm saying this about like the material, like how it doesn't really matter, because you are attracting the material stuff. And I honestly, I kind of love that because it's like, I feel like when you enter that like mentality or that like wavelength of being like positive and happy about things and how they're going, I think that's when you're going to be attracting all of this abundance. It's like you're just going to be in the right frequency to like attract these things to you. And I feel like almost like it's not even anything that you're consciously doing. This could be completely subconscious that's going on. Like you may be focusing just on yourself and your self-improvement, and then all of these other things happen as a result of that, or like a byproduct of that in a very positive way. So at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. So Pentacles seem to be a theme at the bottom of the deck, so that's interesting. So I'm thinking, not only is that indicating that security is coming to you, but with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you may have felt like something has been delayed here. Especially maybe when it comes to seeing the rewards of your hard work. It seems like you may have been waiting for that sort of confirmation that you're on the right track. And maybe like you feel that things are taking too long. But I would say, to contrast with that, maybe things are working out in divine timing, because again, we are three-dimensional people living in a three-dimensional world. And so it's so easy to fall, and it's no fault of anybody's, but it's so easy to fall into the mindset of like needing things here and now, like right now. Especially because like the divine, I feel like, does not go according to our own schedule in this three-dimensional reality that we live in. And I feel like patience will be very important during this chapter of your life. And I feel like through patience and practicing patience, that's another thing. I personally believe that patience is not just something that you're born with. I think that it is a practice, and you have to actively practice patience. I don't think anybody is naturally patient, especially when it comes to things that we love and that like we hold close, you know? Especially like things that get us excited. We want it to happen right now, you know? But I feel like patience is going to be something that really serves you during this time. And maybe that's something that you'll have to keep reminding yourself. Or maybe the divine will kind of keep reminding you that, like, you know, hey, take it easy. You're not in a rush. There's no rush, because, you know, what's meant for you will come to you. And that's just the way it's going to be, you know? Like, if something is destined to be in your path, it will come to you. Of course, it's good to, like, you know, actively work towards that and not just expect it to fall into your lap. My neighbors are loud, sorry. Let me take off my sweater. It's getting hot. Okay, let me take a sip. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you might just need some yeah, you may just find it a little difficult to be patient, but I think that that will be something that you're working on. So no problem there. Okay, let's clarify the Three of Swords, please, and thank you. Oh my goodness. These decks really cracked me up. The first card that came out is the Three of Swords, clarifying the Three of Swords. So Spirit says, I said what I said. Yeah, you've been through some heartache. Like severe heartache. Like, I mean, the image on here really just perfectly demonstrates it. If you can see, like, it's a heart with three swords through it. Yeah. And I actually kind of like that in combination with this one, because if you look at this, each of the three swords on this card are different. As if somebody, or three people, three separate people, have shoved their swords into your heart. So like, this is not just a one-time thing. You have been hurt over and over and over again. And you've experienced a lot of darkness. as a result of this pain. What else do you have for the Three of Swords, please and thank you? Hierophant. Okay, so that seems like it's a positive thing. Ooh, okay, I'm getting a message that this Hierophant card could actually be connected to the Three of Swords. Like, your past pain has led you to an awakening of sorts. And like, the card here can demonstrate like an initiation. So it's like, that's gonna be so weird to say out loud, but like, it's almost like that past pain was like a key to the like opening this threshold for you. And now it's like you're becoming reborn. That's like a really interesting message there. I'm gonna clarify that Hierophant card a little bit more. Please and thank you. Please clarify the Hierophant card. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles, the Tower card, the Seven of Wands. So actually I see this as a very positive thing. And especially the Tower. The Tower can look so scary, you know, well, lightning bolt, everything's falling, chaos, but it's all for good, you know. The Tower needs to be broken down because it was not laid on top of a solid foundation in the first place. So something that was not serving you has been broken down, probably completely, and you're like starting over with this Ace of Pentacles. You're like building your life from scratch, or that's what you've been doing. You may have like hit rock bottom and built yourself back up because of how things have gone for you. With the Seven of Wands, it's very much a card about success, a card about success against the odds. So the odds are stacked against you, but yet you are successful and you're winning in this, you know, in this picture here. He's winning over all of these other wands. And there's also an aspect about this card where it's like the reason that he's successful is because he believes he will be successful. So maybe you're even coming into a new place of mindset as well. So maybe like you're okay, so where was I? Yes, so I feel like you're kind of like your mindset is also changing in this new phase of your life. And I feel like this could be very strongly linked, or this could be something that you have been inspired by / inspired to do, is positive affirmations. Positive affirmations are one of those things that seem really silly. And, you know, like they're never going to work, you know, that you'll never start to believe the things that you're telling yourself. But as somebody who has personally used positive affirmations, I do find them very helpful. And especially when you've grown up with, or you've experienced a lot of trauma in your life, you can very much identify with that trauma and feel almost as if that is your whole story, you know? And like when you are associating your whole story with that trauma, it can also create that negative mindset, not only that negative image of your own self, but of life in general. And so it's like you are taking this past pain that has happened over and over and over again, and you're like, something needs to change. I feel like you've realized that, you know, something here needs to change. You're starting brand new and you're going to be successful because you believe that you're going to be successful. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Also, at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles, which is actually very interesting because, as I said with the Tower card, that this tower was not built upon a sturdy foundation. And the Three of Pentacles is all about building that sturdy foundation, building something that is going to be long lasting and enduring. So it's like the life that you've had before crumbled and fell apart because it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't supposed to be your fate. It may have been part of your backstory, but it's not the end, you know, it's not the end goal of your life. The end goal of your life is something so much greater and so much more beautiful. I really like that. And again, there's Pentacles energy that like keeps popping up in this reading. Like I would say, yeah, the most cards that we've had are mostly Swords and Pentacles. I mean, there's Wands too, but mostly that, I feel like. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna see what else Spirit has to say. Let's see. What else? Thank you. Okay, 8 of Cups and the Emperor card. Ooh, I like that energy. And I know that the 8 of Cups card, oh, I hope I didn't say 8 of Pentacles earlier. Well, I meant Cups. Anyways, the 8 of Cups here kind of looks like a sad card because, you know, they're all broken and it's kind of dark and scary and sad, but it's actually a very positive message because it's all about choosing yourself, your own emotional happiness, and leaving behind anything that no longer serves you. So these 8 of Cups, these broken cups, you're like, you know what? I got some other cups at home. Why am I holding on to these broken cups, you know? And you're like, I'm going to leave that behind because it no longer serves me. It's not fulfilling me in any way. And I'm going to choose myself. And I'm going to keep going. And I think that's how you're going to embody the Emperor. You're becoming a boss, literally. Yeah, it's like I'm really loving this reading because it's like you've just had like this insane story where it's like this heavy backstory of like pain and turmoil, but then there's like this rebirth and like you're choosing yourself and you're becoming so powerful as a result of that and much more confident and much more secure within yourself as well. And I think it's really important to keep in mind that the Emperor didn't become that way overnight. The Emperor built his way up to that through like many battles, through many circumstances in his life, you know? So it's like, I feel like that's exactly your story, you know? Like you've had a lot of stuff happen to you in the past and it's been really unfair, but you haven't let it stop you. You haven't let it hold you back. You haven't let it defeat you, you know? And that refusal to be defeated, I feel like is very much the fuel for this to propel it forward, you know, this forward growth. Let's clarify the 8 of Cups, please. Please and thank you. Can you tell me about the 8 of Cups, please? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. Oh, okay, thank you. Alrighty. Okay, so Queen of Wands. Yes, you're embodying a boss babe energy. Yeah, the Queen of Wands is somebody that is confident, social butterfly. Pretty much everybody loves her. Very charismatic, and also marches to the beat of their own drum, you know? Because like the black cat symbolizes superstition, things that people think are bad, but she has the black cat because it makes her happy. She doesn't care what people think about their superstitions. She doesn't care what other people think about, you know, why do you have a black cat? She's like, I like this cat. This cat makes me happy, and that's enough for me. So, yeah, if things are making you happy right now, you know, just go for it, you know? If it's not hurting anybody, why not? Don't listen to people that are just hating on you for no reason. 10 of Cups came out, so that's obviously just This is my happily ever after card. I really love this card a lot. I feel like you're going to be entering into that space, you know, that time in your life, that phase of like, damn, everything's coming together, really. You know, I'm feeling so happy. I'm feeling so emotionally fulfilled. I'm choosing myself. I'm making the right choices. And only good things can come about that, you know? The Five of Wands also came out. And even though the five can indicate conflict, the Five of Wands is interesting in that way because it's it can also show like more of like a practice, because they're practicing for battle. They're not really in battle right now. They're just practicing in this card. And so it's like, it's not as severe as like an actual conflict like the Five of Swords. And also like, it can also, the Five of Wands can also deal with more internal conflict. But with the wands indicating passion, I feel like this is really telling a different kind of story. It's like, you know what you're passionate about, you know what you want to fight for, and you're not listening to anybody say otherwise. You're like, you know, like and like that's the thing too, is like, if you're passionate about something, if you hold something super close to your heart, right? And somebody comes in and is like, actually, you're wrong. That's not correct. Or whatever. You're going to be like, no. Like, you're just like not going to accept that. And I don't think you're going to like full out like battle anybody like over it. I think you're just like, especially because you're in the Queen of Wands energy. Oh, the Queen of Wands is also a very good communicator as well. Somebody that like has clear communication, and because she's confident and knows what she wants. So it's like, I feel like you have this ability to, it's like, you may even have like this ability to kind of like, not necessarily convince people that you're right, but like more along the lines of like, you speak in such a way that people are open to hearing what you have to say. So maybe somebody like had the completely opposite view of you, and you were having like some sort of argument or debate with this person. But the way that you word things, the way that you bring up matters is not in a holier than thou energy. It's much more like you can relate to other people. You can kind of get down on their level so that like, it's not like somebody being preached to, you know, from like this lofty place. It's like, I feel like, you know, and you can relate to people on like this very independent, special sort of level. And I feel like that speaks volumes to people, you know. And I feel like even if you don't really mean to, just through the way that you present yourself through debates or arguments and stuff, maybe the way that you keep your own composure, it's changing other people's minds. I feel you have the ability to change other people's minds, and not in a controlling way either. Because like, especially with the Emperor card, the Emperor is somebody that has great responsibility, but he's somebody that knows that he has this great responsibility, you know, and doesn't use his power for bad. He uses it for good. Even if he may seem a little bit intimidating, because the Emperor can also become kind of intimidating, but very positive, you know. Let's clarify that Emperor card actually. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Oh, also, Nine of Cups also came at the bottom of this deck. So that, again, is speaking to the Nine of Cups that we had earlier, which is all about like emotional fulfillment, contentment within yourself, your accomplishments and stuff. With the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, you could be attracting some love into your life. And it could be because you're on the frequency of love, and that could be attracted to you during this time. Especially if you're super powerful with the Emperor, you could be like sort of like a powerful light that attracts a lot of things into your life in a positive way. Okay, let's clarify that, Emperor. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. What do we got for the Emperor? Clarification, please and thank you. Okay. Anything else for the Emperor? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I'm not gonna speak yet. I gotta wait for all of them to come out. Okay. Let's see now. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Okay. the Death card. I know, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful, the Death card. No, the Death card isn't scary. I know it looks intimidating and like nobody likes to think about literal death. And it doesn't have anything to do with actual death. It's just transformation. And that's pretty much what I've already said. You've gone through this insane transformation and you've leveled up to such a degree. You may be unrecognizable to people from your past. Either you've had like an intense glow up physically or spiritually, or like there's just something about you. And again, there's like this feeling of like rebirth, renewal, like a new phase of your life. You're like completely different from this past person that you were, but in a very positive way. I feel like, especially if you like felt very defeated in your past, you know, because of these past things that happened to you, you know, I feel like you may have been in more of like maybe even like a negative mindset, and that's perfectly normal to experience, especially when you've gone through some stuff. But it's like you're in a completely new phase of your life where it's like you're rewiring your brain even to like think more positively about things. And that is such a difficult thing to do. So like give yourself a pat on the back right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that is like such a huge thing and a beautiful thing. And not everybody has that ability as well. So also what came out is the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. I love the Two of Cups, but yeah, anyways. Also, at the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles again. So, slow growth in some area of your life. So like, yeah, or maybe like a waiting game as well. Okay, let me just dive into these clarifications. So with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is very caring, very generous, very friendly, very down to earth, somebody that's approachable, kind, has a love for nature and animals, and very much humanity as well. So that could be very well the energy that you're embodying with this transition is you're entering this time of like being so secure and stable within yourself that it like overflows. It's like your cup of love that is just overflowing, and like that overflow is touching so many people around you in such a positive way, especially because like the Queen of Pentacles is such a giving, caring personality. I feel like you could be very much like a person to, like, if you're shining, everybody else is shining sort of thing. Like, I feel like you, it's almost, and yeah, it's like I'm getting this message about like how you may even, like the reason that you want success is so that you can do good things with it and affect other people in a positive way. So it's like your like whatever the universe is giving you for like gifts and rewards, like it's like the universe is giving it to you because they know that those wonderful things that you're attracting are not just going to you alone. And you're like, okay, give me all that money, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna be greedy. No, you're not like that at all. I feel like you're like, oh, like now that I have this savings, I can donate to this charity, or you know, whatever. Like, I feel like that's definitely your kind of personality, and like you're coming into this point of your life where you're secure, you're stable, and you're just like down to earth and approachable. Like it's like you stay humble. I feel like that's another thing too, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very humble energy. So it's like, yeah, I feel like you're keeping your humbleness even though you are accelerating in such a positive way in your life. Like, you know, regardless of like how much you grow in your life, I don't think you're gonna like get a big head on your shoulders or anything like that. I think that you're very much going to stay humble, and you're going to care about other people and other things around you. And I think that that's honestly part of why you're being blessed so hard by the universe and spirit. Seven of Pentacles. So like you've probably been working on yourself for quite some time, because this is a card very much about waiting. And, you know, part of it does have to do with impatience. So there is that aspect coming up again. of like, when am I going to be able to harvest this? When am I going to see the results of my hard work? And I feel like this is just reminding you to stay strong, keep with it. Do not give up on what is taking a long time, because honestly, it's way more worth it when something takes a long time. If something just like, if every time you wished for something, it fell right into your lap, that would be so boring. Like eventually you would have everything you want, and then you'd be like, well, now what? If something takes time, it's so much more rewarding, isn't it, when you finally get it? Like, say you make a promise to yourself to have ice cream on Saturday, and it's Monday, but like your whole week you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait for that ice cream. That ice cream is gonna taste so good. And maybe it, completely motivates you to like go about your business and stuff, and like you're just looking forward to that ice cream at the end of the week. It's like, I don't know why that example came up, but like, it's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait, because it's like, it's building to something that is so incredibly beautiful. Oh, I really love that energy. And with the Two of Cups, like, yeah, not only are you building self-love, because that can be an aspect of the Two of Cups as well, but I feel like you're attracting love into your life. And that could be in terms of friendship, that could be in terms of like, getting closer with your family, that kind of love. But honestly, there is an aspect of not only self-love, but also romantic love. So if that is something that you're looking forward to and that you actually want in your life, that is going to be coming into your life. And again, there could be like this, with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, it could very much be like a little bit of a waiting game, but I feel like it's ultimately going to be worth it. And honestly, I don't know, because you've been through so much in your life. I feel like you've kind of, like, nobody's perfect, obviously. We all have our moments of being impatient and stuff. But honestly, I think you've grown patience because of what you've gone through in your life. I feel like you've had to, almost as like a coping mechanism of some sort. So it's like you've had to be patient. Maybe you've had to wait out circumstances that were not ideal in your life. And so it's like, I think you have grown a lot of patience, and I feel like it's getting easier for you. Even if it doesn't feel easy right now, I feel like it's very much becoming easier for you. And it's like a matter of just trusting the universe and trusting your path, because you're on a beautiful path right now. And I feel like that needs to be validated more than anything. Honestly, I really love this message. I think it's beautiful just the way it is. Yeah. So yeah, those are the messages from Spirit that I have for you. I hope that you really enjoyed this reading, and I hope that it resonated for you. If it resonated at all, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, you can become a member of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives. You can become an honorary bee like me. And yeah, I would love to have you part of my community, and our community, I should say. Not just mine. But yeah, so I hope that you stay tuned for the next reading, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!